Thanks for tuning in to the What's Up Man podcast. We want to talk about the rise of the streaming platforms and how it revolutionized how we accessed and experienced music, movies, and television shows. Also, how Michigan State head football coach Mel Tucker turned Tuck Coming into Tuck Going. Then, from Margaritaville to 5 o'clock somewhere, let's give a cheers to our old good friend Jimmy Buffett. May he rest in peace. And lastly, I want to deep dive into our thoughts on the Aquaman 2 trailer. Ready for the conversation? Let's give Ryan a call.
What's up, man?
What's going on, dude?
Nothing much. Finally, episode 16. There's so much that's happened since we last talked.
I know, it's pretty bad.
It's crazy. But we're gonna stick with the format. We'll touch on some current events later on in the episode, and we'll roll from there.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So this is actually one of the topics. Like when we were planning this podcast out, this is one of the topics that we had like laid out that we always. Yeah, it was always just on the back burner. And, you and I got to talking, like, back when we were growing up, the differences on what our kids are experiencing now with the digital age.
Yeah.
The streaming, the instant. We're in the now, the future. And just how everything is everything's at our fingertips at a price, of course. But,
of course.
It's really taken a lot of experiences away that we want to kind of revisit and what we experienced and just how everything's kind of changed when it comes to the entertainment industry and how we approach it. And I guess the key word today is the experience.
Yes.
Different experiences.
That's probably the best way to put it, really.
Yeah. So, growing up, I mean, the physical, you and I were talking about like physical copies of everything, movies, music, and just having like the real thing like in your hands and how like we kind of missed that. I remember at one point, like for example, like, oh God, growing up, I mean, the CDs, I mean, you get CDs everywhere. You don't put them away. They get scratched, or one of your friends, I know at least some people out there, right before you went on a long drive or start the night, they reach under the seat, they get the big booklet of CDs out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what was it, like 6 per page?
Oh, dude, it was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Just sitting there like, what do you feel like listening to? Yeah. Hey, man, I burned a party mix. You guys want a new mix?
Oh,
I remember.
Yes, do that.
Remember before we would leave to go to a party, like, yeah, hold on, I'm burning a CD real quick.
Yeah, you had
What
to.
are we going to listen to tonight? Yeah, we're going to throw some Pantera on that. It's going to be a rough night. System of a Down. That new Korn song came out. We're going to throw that on there.
Yes.
And it's funny, like, I would have different variations of the same songs on, like, 90 different discs.
I know, it was so cool, too.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. That's the experience of it. Like, okay, all right, man, I got 10 minutes. We're going to burn this real quick. And
I
we're
remember doing them so much that it got to the point where I was like, shit, what CD was that song on? And you sit there and like, damn it, man, I should have labeled these. And you're like ruffling through them. I was like, you're just putting them in the CD player and you're like, no, this ain't it. Damn it. You're trying to figure out that one song you couldn't figure out. But that was the fun, right? It took 20 minutes just to figure it out, but you figured it out.
Man, it was so fun. I remember we went, my brother and I went back and revisited some albums. And this was, what year is it now? 2023? Man, it had to have been like 2016.
Wow.
And I found one. I mean, this one had to have been 2001, 2000. No, excuse me. Like 2003-ish? 2003-ish, 2004-ish. And I was like, man, this is one my brother made. And I started listening to it. I didn't start listening to Avenged Sevenfold until about 2008. And their song "Second Heartbeat" was on that album, and I'm like, "Holy crap! I heard these guys before I even knew who they were." You know what I mean? And it was cool, man. It was like Dude, you were the cool kid if you could burn CDs when we went to high
for
school.
sure.
I remember girls asking, "Can you burn this for me?" And I'd have to log on to Napster.
Yeah.
Napster and Winamax.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, dude, I actually posted something not too long ago on the Twitter and Instagram accounts of that. And I put like LimeWire, Napster, and it was all screenshots, man. Winamp was on there. I was like, who remembers these, you know?
Winamp. Was that the dude, the head? What was the one, the head, and you had all the controls and stuff?
Wait, hold on.
That was a skin. That was a skin of the Winamp, wasn't it?
Yeah. You could change the skins too. Remember, there's so many freaking skins, man.
It was
Oh my God.
I remember for some reason, and Windows Media Player. Remember all the crazy patterns and colors it would shoot out?
And it shoot out. Oh my God.
because of that, now, whenever I hear a song, especially a song that I listen to it while watching that, I think of colors.
Okay.
I'll associate colors with songs. I don't know why. Like, for example, like Mudvayne's Perversion of a Truth. I think purple. Don't know why. Probably because I saw purple there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, I started associating that stuff, and that was kind of the beginning.
No way.
I don't know if you call it streaming, but you call it the digital age starting to creep in.
Yeah. That I mean, you can start saying that. Here, I just want to show you this real quick because it's so funny we brought this up, man. Here you go. So I'll throw back to the early 2000s,
gosh.
the good old music days before YouTube, Alexa, Pandora,
Crazy.
Spotify. So you got
Crazy.
your Winamp. Right?
Oh,
yeah.
It's like a time.
Here
you got to
comes
put this on the
Napster.
video. You got to put this on the
Napster.
video.
There's
Wow.
That's
LimeWire?
Kazaa.
No, that's Winamax, right?
It's Kazaa or
Kazaa. I never had-
Kazam. I don't know. And then this is LimeWire.
There's LimeWire.
Yeah, ain't that crazy though?
Yeah, I remember I had
Oh, my
Winamax.
God.
Winamax was my all too, sitting here. Parents are sitting there.
Yeah.
If the FBI kicks down my door, I'm not going to be happy. You guys are stealing music.
Yeah,
And
dude.
I remember everyone getting so mad at Metallica for going after Napster. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was a
big time.
big lawsuit.
Everyone's like, "Oh, screw Metallica," but then you got older and you actually understood.
Yeah,
what was
like when
going
you start working for things, and you're like, "Oh man, this is BS."
Damn, dude, why would I want to do that? That's kind
Yeah.
of stupid, huh?
Yeah,
No, that's so cool though, ain't it? God dang.
That's
dude.
so cool, man. Those were the days. Hopping on AIM Messenger, yeah, that was the cool. See, that's the experiences I'm talking about. Like throughout the day now, we can text anybody we want throughout the whole day. I remember sitting there. All right, I'm gonna go home. I did all my homework. I got home from football or whatever sport I was playing. I'm gonna turn on some jams. I'm gonna look for Brandon. What was your freaking screen name? Limp
man.
Bizkit.
You got it. You remember
Yeah,
it?
Limp Bizkit 0015 or something like
Holy
that.
shit, man! You remember that?
And then your other one was Silver Lake Sand Dune 400X guy.
Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
dude. I had actually
Yeah.
one more. It was what was it? It was some kind of paintballing one too, because that's when I got really into paintball and I changed my
I'm
screen
sure.
name. It was like WGP Paintballer or something like that.
I remember that.
I don't remember,
Yeah.
something like that. But
I had a ton. I had that redhead kid.
Yeah,
Remember that
yeah,
redhead kid? Bonds of Lady 6. Limp Bizkit NY21.
Yeah.
New York for the hat.
I
Oh my
remember one more you
God.
had too.
Get Pissed 11.
Stalemate.
Stalemate.
Yeah, remember that fucker?
Yeah. I had another one. Get Pissed 11. Remember that?
Oh god, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
Throwback.
but that's the experience. Like, all right, I'm gonna get home. All my friends are gonna log on. Bling, bling, bling.
Yeah.
Oing. You know those sound
Yeah.
effects.
Oh, that was
Oh,
good times,
I'm getting
dude.
amped just thinking about it. But it was before text messaging, where like it was the like, okay, this is the experience. I'm gonna get to talk to everyone that I just saw in my high school hallway.
Yeah,
but
now I
it's
want to talk to you on
different.
here. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was way different, you know?
Yeah, I gotta sit here and think of a cool lyric to put in my profile. Eventually, it was a MySpace link.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
You know,
Damn.
it was the experience. Like, yeah, that's what it was. I mean, everyone was on. You could pick who you wanted to talk to. You could create a chat room.
Yeah.
And
It was so fun.
it was just kind of cool. I remember making a fake. It was like the first catfish before catfish. I think you were there. when I made a one called Hot for You 545454, and we messaged. His initials are LK.
Yeah,
And I met you at the party. Yeah, I met you at the party. Blah blah blah. I'm just completely messing with him.
Dude, that was like majority of the stuff you did on there, though.
Yes,
was messing with people, man. You know?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God,
Go on
that
chat
was so
rooms.
fun.
ASL.
Yeah.
ASL.
Oh, is there some,
For you
oh,
newbies,
so cool.
it was age, sex, location.
Yeah.
God,
Wow, dude. Yeah. And now you don't have that. You know, everyone has everyone's number. You text everybody. You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
just throughout the day.
Even when we were back then, emails too were a big thing. Now they aren't. You know, unless it's for work.
Yeah.
You know, or like personal shit. You're messaging bill companies or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
You don't do that kind of stuff anymore.
Remember the surveys the girls always sent out?
Yeah.
They always had.
Oh
what's
my
this?
God.
Who's your crush? Who's
Dude.
this? Who's that?
Do you remember last one was always like, would you hook up with the girl who sent this to you or something? And you're like, yeah, cool, yeah, all right. And then you click, oh, submit it, like it was some kind of thing. But then it emailed back to them.
Yeah.
And then they got all your answers like, oh no. Oh no. It's like, you assholes, you fucking bitches.
Yeah. Dude, I remember sitting there like finally being brave enough and writing who I had a crush on. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. She's gonna read it and then send it and be like, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have done that.
Damn it.
Yeah, losing sleep over it. Like, I shouldn't have said that shit.
Yeah, what is wrong with me?
Yeah. Yeah, but man, like
Wow.
I just miss it. That's what has kind of changed is we were kind of forced. I don't want to use the word forced. It was, this is what I'm doing now. I have time set aside to do this now. And to hop forward when, we were talking about going to the video store. Like, man, this movie had come out. Let's go rent it. If they don't have this one, we got a second one. And, go in there and you had the wall of videos. And you were hoping there's a physical copy behind the video case.
I could still smell the store.
Yeah.
It had that distinct smell. Even Blockbuster and
Yes.
Family Video, they all had that smell.
Yeah. Like the plastic and the carpet.
Yeah. Something
like,
weird.
Yeah, just going behind, like, oh man, they got it on video. Oh, but they have it on DVD. Let's get the DVD one.
Oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna get this one. Yeah.
And then you start floating back, and there's the back room with the beads hanging down.
You just kind of take a glimpse sometimes. You look
hey, Dad,
back.
why?
You always got to look back at the counter.
Yeah.
And then you just.
Hey, Dad, what'd you go in there for? What's back there? Nothing. What's back there?
That's great.
But
when I turned 18, I actually went back there. And I was just like, these are all from like the 70s.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
what's the green door?
Screen this, man.
The green door. What the hell is that? And they're actually like movies with stories.
Yeah,
in it.
it's like, nah, I'm not about that life.
Yeah, they put some serious stuff. Watching this for the story.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
but
man.
One of my favorite things ever, and I can't wait because October's right around the corner. But seeing the horror movie box covers were the coolest thing ever. Yes. They were the best out of any genre. Like the Halloween movies, I'm just talking Halloween horror.
Yeah.
They had the best ones ever. And
I always
it's
loved
crazy.
Fright Night's cover.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Fright Nights.
Loved it.
Sleepaway Camp. Jason movies always had cool ones.
Yeah.
Halloween, of course. But there's all those other B movies that, you see like Ghoulies and it was just cool. It was just awesome to see that stuff. I remember seeing The Dentist. Remember The Dentist? How creepy that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, the person like smiling, they got nails for it was nasty. But it was always a thing. It was I'm going to keep saying this word. People are going to get sick of it. The experience. Like, okay, we got this. Video games. Like,
same thing.
Going to renting games and like setting time aside. Like, we're going home and playing this, or we're going home and watching this. And
it was so much fun.
yeah, I feel like it doesn't happen like that much anymore. It could be because I'm a little older, but I don't like see kids doing that, dude. I remember going and renting like 3 or 4 movies and like sleepovers. Like, dude, we're watching 4 or 5 of these.
Yeah.
This is it. You know, we got to watch them this weekend, or we got to return them Sunday night, or I got a $4 late charge.
Dude, that was it too. My favorite was Fridays, grabbing a movie and then grabbing some pizza on the way home.
Yeah.
Like Little Caesars, and just
Yeah.
smashing pizza, watching whatever I grabbed. Usually it's like whatever the new release is, or whatever was out just within the last week or two.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
It was
so much fun, man.
And I got married in 2015, and someone bought me a wedding gift that was movie night, and it had a family video gift card in it. And I went to use it, and I literally just walked the store for like 20 minutes. I was like, I haven't done this in 10 years, 12 years, since 2015.
Yeah.
And like, it just reminiscing, doing that. All of us, like, just like walking, like, man, this was it, dude. Friday nights were huge. Sunday nights were big because people are driving up and dropping their videos in the slot, like, and dude, it was awesome. Like, some people might see it as such an inconvenience, because it's not convenient. You have to do it.
Drive.
Right, you got to drive there.
Could be
your
like
movie
a 20,
might
30
not,
minute ordeal, depending on where you lived.
Yeah, your movie might not be there,
Oh, that always sucked, dude.
Yes, but that's why you always had a second one. You always had a second one. And
I'm trying to think the movie. I went to Family Video, and then it wasn't there. Then I ran down the Blockbuster, and it wasn't there either. I'm trying to think what it was.
Man, one of mine was I remember Independence Day came out.
I think it was Castaway. I think it was
Castaway. Wow.
Yeah, we could not get that. My grandma wanted to watch it. I was like, we couldn't find it. The only other option was to buy it on pay-per-view. Remember that?
Oh,
you had to call. You had to call and be on the phone with someone and be like, "Yep, this is the number."
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Gosh, pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Man, I remember. Gosh, could you just rent it once, right? You couldn't keep watching it.
Once you watched it, that was it. You didn't.
Yeah. It was over. You had to watch that.
Yeah.
Couldn't pause it.
No,
nothing.
Couldn't do that or anything.
Yeah, I remember my dad let me do that with Scream. He's like, "You want to rent Scream?" I was like, "Oh, sure." We'll touch on that on the next Halloween episodes. But that's another digital thing that started creeping in.
Yep.
Really creeping in.
Netflix came around. I think, or like 2003, 2004, but remember it was DVDs.
You had to get them in the mail.
Yeah, and it took like a week, 2 weeks, or something like that to get them, and then you watch them, and then you send them back. So
you
that's how
literally
it was.
had to. Didn't you have to fill out a card and mail it there?
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Wow.
Yeah. And now look at it.
Yeah, I remember just 13 years ago. It was still half and half.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's not on streaming. We'll have to get the physical copy. So yeah, let's go order the physical copy.
For the longest time, I'd say up to probably maybe 4 years ago, I was renting stuff out of Redbox. You have Redboxes?
Those are still around, right?
Yeah, I was still renting them out of Redbox. I go
Isn't
and
that
find
amazing?
a movie, and then just go watch it. Go home and watch it.
That little thing has pretty much replaced all video stores.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild, but yeah, that's just
the music thing too, dude.
I remember
going right when I used to live before I moved to Garden City. I used to ride my bike up to Wonderland Mall, and there used to be a Harmony House in there. And we used to sit in there and just put on the headphones. And we all get on headphones.
Yes.
You're like, yes, yeah. You got to punch in what CD it was, that was on display. But that was so fun. So much fun, dude. So much fun.
I remember my dad you go into those, the headphones, putting them on and press the button. Dude, he's like jamming. I'm like, who's that? He's like, new band called Matchbox 20. I really like this song. And I'm like, oh. Like, that's how we discovered Matchbox 20.
Oh,
you know?
my gosh.
Yeah. And gosh.
That was also FYE, too. When they were all big CD store, big music store, really. And
they were always so expensive, though.
They were.
So expensive.
Like $3 more than everywhere else.
Yeah.
But still, that was expensive,
I remember going to buy, this was 2007, my Slipknot Iowa album got all scratched up, so I had to go to rebuy it. So I went there. I couldn't find this thing. Found it at FYE, walked up to the counter, and it didn't have a price tag on it. She rang it up, $28.
Whoa.
I walked away. I was like, no, I'm not paying that.
Holy shit.
I walked away, and I went to Rock of Ages. Drove all the way down to Rock of Ages and found it there.
Rock of Ages.
Yeah, our old stomping grounds.
Man.
Well, that place awesome.
Dude.
I wonder what that place is now. I know it's not there.
No, I don't even know. I can't remember the last time I went down that area. Like that.
Yeah, me neither.
Ford Road, I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but
wow.
I remember sitting there with Korn. Korn was my favorite band growing up. Pretty much still is. And I remember talking to a buddy of ours, and I was like, man, all my Korn CDs over the years, they've been scratched, lost, left in other people's cars. And I was like, one day I'll just buy them all. And I think this is when they had like 7 albums out. And it's gone. There is no physical what? Like,
yeah.
There's no CD players in cars anymore.
Nope.
It's crazy. It's like, I never thought CDs will always be around. They're the most convenient. And the digital age has just completely wiped it out.
I can say they were around for 20 years, and then it's gone
That's
away.
a long time.
Yeah.
Like, when you start thinking of 8-track, and then you start thinking of the cassette.
Well, even then, if you looked at that 8-track versus cassette, I mean, I think the 8-track faded out faster than anything. Cassettes were around, 80s, 70s maybe?
Yeah.
80s for sure, 90s, and I feel like even in the early 2000s, you can still buy cassettes.
Yeah.
And
you know what's wild? Talking about digital and physical, like cassettes, how everything is faded out, how vinyl has stayed the test of time.
Yeah. Ain't that wild?
Yes. It's crazy. It's the best form of music. It's the purest
I can't believe that.
sounding form of music you can possibly get. Over digital.
Yeah.
I remember my dad collects them.
Oh, yeah.
Still
I remember
listens
him.
to
I remember him
dude,
thumbing through them when we used to come over randomly.
You should see it now.
Yeah.
And he started buying mine and my brother's music taste.
Okay.
He goes, you want to throw one on? I was like, sure. Throw on Slipknot, Volume 3. Because there's no swearing on that album. I don't know if you ever noticed that. There's no swearing. And we threw it on, and it sounded so incredibly different. Mm-hmm. Like, I looked at him like, whoa, this sounds... It was wild. I was dumbfounded how different it sounded.
That's so cool,
and how clean. It sounded clean.
I love it.
And I was like, wow, this is really cool. And I don't think vinyl is going to go anywhere.
Well, seeing how it's still around, even in the digital age, it's still...
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
And that's what's happening with the vinyls. Some of them have the digital copy to where they give you the code and you can download it on whatever. And there's something about having that. And, when you and I were talking about it, now that we're much older, the space, where do you eventually put all this stuff?
Yeah.
My dad literally has a wall of albums, like a wall. And I don't know if you remember at our old house, we literally had a wall of cassette tapes, and then we had DVDs, a few racks of those, and
it's so crazy.
But I had it, you know what I mean? It was mine. It was physical.
Yeah.
I don't have to go visit something and put in a password and pay for it every month.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, if I start, we're streaming right now. whether it be Apple Music or whatever, over the years, how many physical copies you could have bought. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, that goes back to everyone, all the artists not getting paid for stuff, you know?
yeah.
That'd be like, you know, if we were big, it'd be like us not getting paid because no one's buying our. I don't even know how you would do it. Maybe a CD, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't even know how we would do that. But yeah,
yeah.
I was pulling up like some articles. I picked Metallica just because they're big.
Yeah.
They're large. They've dealt with Napster.
Yep.
And all that. And what do we have here? Their royalties right now, they sit at around like $3.7 million, and but they racked up 1.3 billion streaming views, and that just, it almost seems like pennies on what they're getting, and yeah, it almost doesn't seem fair. I don't know if they'd make more with CD. I don't even know what CD royalties would be right now. But I mean,
no idea.
If they sell 20 million copies, you know, bands like them, they sell millions of copies, and even if they just get a fraction, you know, you would think they'd probably get royalties.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot more, especially with their big boom after Stranger Things. I think Master of Puppets was one of the highest streamed songs.
Oh, probably by far.
Yeah, on it.
It's like, oh, I know that song. That's from Stranger Things. I was like, go to bed. Like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, this song is older than me. You know, but yeah, it's just it's crazy to think about. And a lot of artists really fought it for a long time. You know, you can't get everyone's catalog on, you know, or they're only on certain things around this. Like, you have nothing to fall back on right now. Vinyl? Yeah, not everyone but listens to vinyl. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm sure Taylor Swift's fans are not popping in a vinyl.
No.
And, you know, and listening.
Hell nah, man.
But she's one of the artists, she don't have anything to worry about. She's making money, you know.
Oh, dude, I just talked about this tour she's on right now. After this tour is complete, she's gonna make $1 billion.
Wow.
Ain't that ridiculous?
Yeah, I think I call it a day.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done. Yeah. I'm done. Mm-hmm. Yep. Unbelievable. Yeah. So you brought up the whole space thing. I remember I told you, like, me and my wife used to go and buy a movie every Sunday. That was like a thing. We make a date night out of it. Basically, we go buy a movie, whatever movie we wanted, and then we go to the movies afterwards.
Right.
And we made this collection of DVDs, Blu-rays that was ridiculous. I for sure had probably over 200 of these damn things. Yeah. And when we moved back from North Carolina, they got put in totes. And we never brought them back out. Never.
Wow.
Yep. They sat in there the entire time. And then actually, I think it was last year, we had a garage sale. And I was like, let's just get rid of them because, I mean, they're not... I don't know what to do with them. You're just not using them. Yeah, they're going to be sitting in the basement there the entire time. We were trying to make room for stuff. And there's some I kept aside. I still have some. And a lot of them are Blu-rays. But, yeah, I couldn't imagine putting DVDs up somewhere now. Like, right. There's nowhere to put them, you know?
I know. And my dad had to literally build a shelf.
Yeah.
Built a shelf. It was just like, holy shit.
We had three, like, big towers in North Carolina, and they were all filled. And then I had more that we put underneath the entertainment center because we didn't have any room. You know, it's like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Yeah, that's that's what you think about is the convenience, or inconvenience, and that's an inconvenience.
It was fun having it, you know.
Yeah, having it, exactly, having it. I remember sitting there. I mean, it was cool just to discover it. Like me and my buddy one night, it was I kid you not, 3 a.m, And we were wide awake. You know, I think we were 18, 19, out of high school. We didn't have any responsibility, really. And I was like, man, what store is open right now? Meijer. I was like, let's go to their...
24 hours.
Yeah. Well, they were. I don't know about anymore. I'm not sure. But anyway, we went and we raided their music section. Like, just looking at the music. And then they had music DVDs.
Yeah.
And I remember I was just out of boredom. I grabbed the White Stripes. Like, oh, the White Stripes live. Let's check these guys out. And I know you've seen this one with me. Man, I popped that sucker in. That is when I became a Jack White fanatic.
Man, do you remember just watching live shows on TV?
Yeah.
Dang, that was fun too.
Yeah. But it was like one of those things like, oh, I'm really glad I went. I have a story to it. I didn't be like, oh, I just popped it up on Netflix and, you know, just search this. Just kind of felt like it. But it was just kind of cool having that story on how I got to discover the White Stripes and, you know, yada, yada, yada. Wow. It was just really cool. I feel like there's just a lot of missed stuff. Like, I think the last movie I ever had where someone was like, dude, bring it over, we'll watch it, was The Dark Knight Rises.
Wow. I
think that was the last one. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, we'll come over, we'll watch it. We'll get. Now it's like, I just have it on streaming. I'll watch it whenever. I won't set a time aside to watch it with friends or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the last DVD Blu-ray you bought?
Oh, man. I think the last one I ever bought was the reissue of Ghostbusters on Blu-ray.
Okay.
I think it's the last one.
I had to look at this one up because I'm like, it was close to the same time frame. So the last one I bought was Thor Ragnarok, and that was a Blu-ray.
Wow.
But the one I bought previous was Rogue One. So that came out in 16 and Thor came out in 17. So I was like, I know it was one of those two.
Isn't it crazy? Like, we're looking at 2016 almost being 10 years ago.
Wow.
Like, we are flirting with that right now.
No,
we're almost 8 years. Yeah. We're almost 8 years away.
6 years. So, yeah, you can say it was 6 years ago since I bought a DVD.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Dude, it's a crazy thing to think about. I was kind of bummed. That. Yeah. Yeah, but now looking at it, like, you know, last episode we talked about Breaking Bad and how Breaking Bad really benefited from Netflix. And it come to find out, you know, with this writer's strike going on, there's a lot of issues with streaming. People are not getting paid royalties. Aaron Paul has made, allegedly, this is out of his mouth, $0 off of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
On Netflix. And I'll tell you what, outside of a couple other shows on Netflix, Breaking Bad brought a lot of revenue. A lot. And hearing that he hasn't gotten paid any royalties or residuals or anything of that matter, that was kind of... I thought about it. I was like, all right, well, if people invent something, they get a patent, they get royalties off of that, and they agree to that.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the creator or distributor. He's kind of a worker for it. And the way I work, I get paid, but my work moves on. I don't get paid for it ever again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, how could you really put this? Is it fair? Is it not? And I don't know. I don't think it, like, looking at it, I was like, I don't think it's fair.
It's almost like copywriting your image.
Yeah. If his image and likeliness is being used.
I guess, yeah. So that's the only way I could think of it, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I thought it was almost being like too cynical. I was like, oh, well. And I was like, no, it's different. It's not the same. It's not, you know. Yeah, I just thought that was absolutely insane. I looked at the Friends.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, wow. 20 million. They make 20 million a year off syndicated shows.
Yeah.
20 million a year. I couldn't believe it. And you know what's crazy? It makes $1 billion a year. So they're not really getting, if you want to, you know.
Now, if you
go
look
for
at
tit
it,
for tat. They're not making a
$20.
big slice of pie.
you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I would do unspeakable things for $20 million, but you know, when you when you start looking at the rations, it's like, okay, where's the rest of that money going?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, yeah, it's crazy, but I think streaming has really opened up for a lot of bigwigs to exploit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think they're really exploiting the people, and it's not a good idea. You got to take on it. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit.
No, you're good, dude. You're good. No, I agree. It is kind of a weird. You can't.
It's
explain,
a new thing.
Yeah.
It's not TV.
I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it too. Yeah.
And it's crazy too because on TV it's syndicated. It's gonna play no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's gonna play whether you watch it or not.
But I mean,
we're streaming.
like you said,
someone really
Netflix. You can watch it now, or you can watch it 10 minutes. You know, it's like there's no time frame on that.
Well, right. It has to be sought out.
So
after
like,
too.
To get paid like that, maybe it's like if your stuff's on Netflix, you get X amount. And that's it. Because I don't feel like there's no way to really. I mean, I'm sure there is a way to
viewer retention,
like the analytics of like, oh, Breaking Bad was watched 20 times in the past like 5 minutes, or or whatever,
right?
Like, but you'd have to. Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
I'm sure there's an analytic. Like, okay, they got to make it through a quarter of the episode at a time.
Yeah, to get paid.
Yeah, we'll figure out these royalties, and it just seems dirty, just dirty, and oh man, I don't know. Especially it has to be sought out, and I just feel like it's a dirty business, and I think that's why we're at right now. Why we are at where we are right now. Say that 5 times fast.
No. No, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I actually did just a couple things of pros and cons real quick because I wrote them down. Pros and cons of like actually having physical copies versus the digital. Or more or less just physical copies right now. Like we talked about the ownership and the collection, like. You wanted that. Everyone wanted like the ownership and collection. This was a big one I put down. You didn't need the internet. Like no matter what, the internet was in there, right? So you didn't. There's no internet. So
that's just an added overhead cost right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I put higher quality and special features. So like on DVDs, you always got the special features. You don't get special features anymore.
Those are so cool to watch.
You watch on Netflix or anything like that. The higher quality, obviously, you can't beat the higher quality of like a Blu-ray. Even now, you'll get you can 4K these shows on Netflix, but then it's still pixelated at times. If your internet, the bandwidth kind of pulls back and it kind of turns like crappy. And then I put availability too. The physical copies are not subject to change,
right?
In licensing agreements and stuff like that. So I figured that was like the availability was there. Then cons, limited portability. Yeah, you're not. Well, I'm gonna bring some movies up north. You're not bringing 100 damn movies. Like I don't know what I want to watch, right? So you're just gonna load it up. That's what it was. Yeah. Well, I'll just grab like 2. Don't know, just grab 2. Storage. We talked about storage. I had storage down. Cost. The price of DVDs and Blu-rays and CDs. It was expensive. But in return, how much do you spend now a month on Netflix, on Spotify, and all that, So
you got to think of the long term.
Yeah.
Cost of everything. Like I spent I don't even know how much Netflix is right now.
I think it's 16.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It adds up quick. Like I guess it just how much you utilize it. You really you need to utilize it to start making your money back. Big time.
That's crazy though, huh?
It is. It's wild.
Wow. Yeah. So
It's
I guess
wild.
ultimately it depends on like um the individual's preference, right? Um,
Yeah.
I feel like the older people, not older, but like our age and stuff. There was times where I do wish I had physical copies still.
Right.
I loved it. But then there's times where I'm just like, it's so much easier just putting it on real quick or doing this real quick and
Yeah.
listening to it. Like how many times have we sent songs to each other from YouTube? Oh, dude, you gotta listen to this. Like it's just
Right.
instantly send a link to you instead of
Right.
like, dude,
Right.
you need when you get home, you gotta download this song or, dude, you gotta go buy this CD.
Yeah.
So
I think for nostalgic purposes, I really started missing it, and I sent it to you. One guy that, man, you guys got to check this guy out. I don't know why I'm just so infatuated with his videos, but that old time hockey guy,
yeah.
how it's like a cooking show in the middle of the woods, but he has all this nostalgic electronics. Everything he uses is old on what we grew up with, and he's like, oh yeah, come join me for I don't know, we're making apple fritters, and we'll play man, one was GoldenEye on N64, and I'm like,
God.
oh man, or everything he watches is on VHS, and it's. Do you remember the sound of pushing a videotape into the VCR?
Yep.
It's one of the like
And the winding.
yeah.
And it just started winding up. You're like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Do you remember the TV? They used to make that.
Yeah.
You remember that sound?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell that was, but it
I know.
made it.
I know. The be kind, please rewind.
Yeah.
Oh man, gosh, it was just a different time. But you're right. Like there's such the convenience and inconvenience of things to balance it out. It's really hard to balance it out. But I have to say, like for certain things, I do miss a lot of the experiences that came with like a lot of the physical copies and the discovery of stuff and all that. But I mean, who's to say? I'd be lying if I wasn't like, yeah, but I really enjoy the convenience of just pulling something up real quick, especially with kids and stuff.
Oh God, I couldn't imagine like where the goddamn is that DVD? You're trying to search for the DVD, you couldn't find it.
Yeah,
your kids screaming.
You know who was the king? Dude, the king of it was my Uncle T. Man, those kids were trained at like 3, like put it in its case. And they would just click, like put it in its case. He was so anal on it. Insane, like almost to the point to where like, man, these kids are better than me. Like, you know what I was worse at? You know what I was awful at? It's like, all right, I'm going to watch a movie. Click that sucker open up the DVD tray. There's a different DVD in there.
Yep.
And I'll just grab that DVD and put it in the case.
New one.
Yeah.
I used to do the same thing.
So all mine are mixed up. I'm like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Where's American Sniper?
Yeah.
I got to find American Sniper. It's in the Kill Bill case. No. It's not in the Kill Bill case. Goodfellas is in the Kill Bill case. All right, well, where's Goodfellas? I don't know. What were we watching last? Despicable Me. All right, what's it Despicable Me?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it just going like track. I was awful. I was so bad at it.
Wow.
Yep.
That's it too.
And then on top of the TV or something, I got 4 or 5 discs right there.
Just sitting up there, just
What's
mound
this?
of dust up there.
Yeah. Oh, Stealing Harvard. I'll watch that.
Stealing Harvard. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were up north not too long ago, and I was grabbing a photo frame that I had got into a picture for my daughter, for my grandma. And I went to grab it, and I looked down and seen a CD up there. I was like, what the hell is this? And there's dust all over it. So
dang.
I was like, what the fuck is this? And I looked at it, and I don't even know what the movie was. I was like, how long has this been up here? Like, holy hell, man. It's probably been up there for years, man, just sitting up there. I was like laughing. It's like the same thing.
Wow.
They don't know where all the DVDs are going, and half of the they actually have VHS out there too. Some of them, the actual containers are completely empty.
Really?
So you're like, oh no, where's this at? You know, can't find it.
Wow.
I love it.
Wow.
Dude, that's awesome.
Wow. So, just a pop quiz question for you real quick. And I've seen this movie, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to look this up. What is the last video ever printed on VHS? Last movie?
Can you give me a year?
2006. Not a very well-known movie. I'll be really shocked if you get this. And if you have not seen this movie, this is going to be one you're going to have to pull up.
2006. I can't remember movies that came out in 2006.
No kidding.
Go ahead. What is it?
The History of Violence.
No, I haven't
You've
seen
never seen History of Violence?
No.
Wow. Yeah, A History of Violence. It was not The History of Violence, A History of Violence.
Okay.
That's a good flick. You're going to have to check that one out. Viggo Mortensen's in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember one guy, like, we were at work, and he was like, hey, you got to check this movie out. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. And I was like, damn. Badass movie. It's a great movie. That one, I'm really surprised it didn't get bigger than what it actually is.
Yeah, I never heard of it. That's interesting.
Yeah, it deserved better. That's for sure. So Brandon, if you had a gun to your head, what would you pick? Would you pick the physical copies or the convenience?
Oh man, dude. That's tough. I want to say physical copies, but unfortunately I feel like just the convenience is there.
Yeah. That's at the end of the day, that's where I'm at. And you know, it's funny. Dane Cook had it right. He goes, dude, the future is going to be so fast. And you're like, the DMV is going to take 6 minutes. And you're just going to start freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, man, how fast things are now.
Actually, that's true because you can go in now and there's kiosks.
Yeah, have appointments.
You have to just punch everything at the kiosk and then you can walk the hell out. You know?
I just feel like life now, everything is so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And the streaming and the entertainment and everything, that the way things are so streamlined right now, it almost forces life to be that fast. You know what I mean? Like, boom, 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 boom.
I get it.
And I wish there was just times like, you know, you just got to press. I remember my daughter, she's like, can we have a movie night? And I'm like, you're damn right we can. Now I'm going to set time aside. You know what I mean? Like,
we do that too. We still do that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I told you, and I'll tell the listeners, I guess. We had a family movie night not too long ago, and my kids, who are 11 and 9, decided to pick Evil Dead Rise as the family movie night.
Oh my God.
That's just how my kids are, though.
Yeah.
They're starting the next one. They're like, we need another movie night. I'm like, okay, what do you want to watch? They want to watch The Boogeyman.
Oh dang!
I was like, dude, you ever want to watch like something else, like, you know, something fun? So I was like, I'm down to watch horror movies, but
yeah,
you know, okay.
I'm getting nervous, guys. I'm getting really nervous.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, what does macabre mean?
Yeah.
Where the hell did you hear that?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Hey, why is there a shovel under your bed? What the fuck? Guys, what is going on?
Oh, my God, dude.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. So,
wow.
I guess, dude, that was fun. I love that nostalgic stuff. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Oh, man. So, let's move on to the, let's do some current events. Let's revert to the BS now. Let's go to the bullshit.
Yeah.
Man. I had a question for you, Brandon.
Yeah.
You ever crank it and never think it was going to cost you $85 million?
Once. Just once. Just once. And the shitty thing, I got fired from my job, too.
Yeah. No? Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, this is sort of sports talk. This is going to be our ridiculous sports talk. Michigan State football coach Mel Tucker. 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? He got signed to
last year, I think.
Or was it last year?
Yes. No. It was 2 years ago. Okay. I thought you were talking about the incident.
Got signed for a 10-year, was it 10 years, $95 million guaranteed deal to be their head football coach for the next 10 years. And that was before he really did anything. He didn't win a Big Ten championship. He beat Michigan twice. All right. So anyway, dude, this guy has been a loose cannon. He's kind of a... Every time I saw him on the sideline, like, dude, this guy is sweating like a pig, always looks pissed, and the way he handles himself, it's just, I was like, this isn't.
For those who don't know who we're talking about, if you ever seen the movie Friday, he looks like Debo.
Yeah,
like he's that pissed off look. He's just That's how he looks.
Train.
Yeah,
that's my bike.
What bike?
Yeah, you want something too, old man? No. But so, you know, we live in an age where, you know, these kids are growing up. They got to learn how to treat women, right? There's been issues in not college football and universities with
big time too.
You know, I don't want to say the word because we're gonna get flagged for it.
Don't
but
say it.
non-consensual stuff. Non-consensual acts.
There you go.
And this person was a survivor for it. Something had happened to her before, and she goes around at universities and talks to kids, and you know, pretty much shares her story and what acts like that can do to someone's life. Not only someone's life, but multiple lives. You know, it's bad. So what does this guy do? He talks to her on the phone, and pretty much, dude, the way she described it, she could hear the strokes. How do we get here, Tuck? Yeah. How do we? Not to mention, guys, his slogan since he got there was "Tuck coming." Yeah. And I think he took that way too literal.
Yeah.
But
well, like we said, Tuck going now. So,
yeah.
Tuck going.
But you know, I want to talk about this because it is very weird. She stayed on the phone. She said she stayed on the phone for what, 7 minutes?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, 7 minutes. She could hear it. She said she didn't know what to do. I would end the phone call.
You had to hang up.
Yeah, Brandon, what's going on over there? It sounds like you're punching a jar of mayonnaise, Brandon. What's going on over there?
Click.
You know, yeah.
That easy. And, sorry.
Yeah, and so she sat there. She claimed this happened, and he's coming out saying it was consensual. And I was like, yeah, BS. But then after this happened, she texted him, Happy Father's Day, later on. And it's like, okay, who does that? Who really does that? Like, who... I don't want to call him an attacker. He's an offender to her, allegedly. Who does that? Who texts back or tries to reach out?
The whole thing is a very weird situation.
It's so weird.
Because have you heard all his what he put out to MSU and the media?
Dude, he was better off not saying anything.
Yeah. So like all that, like how they like MSU knew about the information which they supposedly ended the like it's just everything was just weird. And it's like,
yeah,
you should have just shut up and just said, I screwed up. Now here's my consequences. Instead of going back and be like, they knew about this whole thing and they're okay. And they only got an issue with it is when she brought it up and da-da-da. It's like, oh my God, stop.
Yeah.
Just stop, dude. You're just making it worse.
It's the no accountability thing because he wants to hold on to that money because Michigan State could fire him for... What was it? If he embarrasses the university or if there is a conduct, I forgot how it was exactly
criminal
worded.
Misconduct or something like that.
Yeah, something along the lines of that. And he knew once he got caught, he goes, that money's gone. It's gone. They're going to find it was a bad contract. You slipped up. It's gone. It's going to be real gone. I got a feeling, though. I have the way the university handled it, though. Like, if the university would have suspended him at the beginning of the season and then fired him, I don't think he has any chance of getting paid.
No,
but they didn't. They didn't suspend him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was made public. And then they suspend him. And now they're moving forward firing him. This dude is going to lawyer up so fast. And I guarantee you, it's going to be a non-disclosed settlement. And he's going to be the happy one.
Oh, easy. He's going to make out on this.
Guarantee it.
He's definitely going to make out on that.
Yeah. MSU, I don't care. We've sworn once on this podcast already.
Oh, shit. I'm all messed up.
So MSU's president and their athletic department, they've been around since Nasser, if I'm correct.
Yes, they have.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you. You should have been fired after the Nasser thing. Now
I'm pretty sure they
should
have. I'm
be
thinking
fired.
about it, but I'm pretty sure that they were.
Yeah. Now they should be fired. Dude, Tuck shouldn't be the only one getting fired. They all should be fired. I'll stand by that. You can put that on a short. I don't care. It don't stop. It better not stop with Mel Tucker. It needs to go all the way. All the way. Disgusting. It better not stop with Mel Tucker. They're trying to save their ass.
Yeah,
they mishandled it. They mishandled it, and Tuck is going to get paid. He ain't going to get paid $85 million. I think what came out was like $79 million or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But $85 million. I remember I sent you the math. He could have called the phone sex line at $2.99 an hour and been on that call for 57 years to pay that much money.
Yeah. So I just looked it up. The athletic director was there since 21. So the Nasser stuff, would that happen like 17 or something?
Okay. All
18.
right.
So, but still.
What about the president?
There's
Either
some
way,
serious stuff coming, going around.
It all has to be gone. They all had to. They mishandled this.
Yeah, dude. Let's see.
You can't tell me they did a full investigation. Otherwise, he would have been suspended. Jim Harbaugh got suspended for a cheeseburger to a recruit.
Okay, so Stanley was named president in 19, so it looks like it was after. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So just to clear that
all
up,
right. Let's clear that up then. Yeah, either
athletic
way,
director, either way, it looks like everything got changed in 2019 on after the Larry Nasser bullshit. So, that's the correct way to do it.
Yeah.
All that shit that happened, that was horrible.
Got to do it again. They mishandled this. Oh, it became public? Oh, now we'll suspend them.
Yeah.
Tuck might have a...
Like I said, he'll make out on this. Seriously.
Yeah, he'll make out. It won't be the money he's owed. It'll be a nice portion of it, though.
Oh, he's going to make out.
Yeah.
He's going to get some decent money out of this. Damn.
Yeah, especially nowadays. Like, what are you guys doing? No one's learned from this yet. All the stuff that come out in college football.
And
Dude,
it's like continue. It's like the same stories over and over. It's like, what are you guys doing? Stop.
Is it the elite? Is it elite behavior? Like, what is going on? I was pissed that Jim Harbaugh got suspended for 3 games for 3?
Yeah,
3 for a cheeseburger.
I know.
He bought a cheeseburger, and people are lambasting him.
Yeah.
And now we're coming to find out that,
it's dumb.
Mel Tucker is sitting there cranking it to survival. It's I'm trying not to use words.
And then he goes and tells her too. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're asking like, oh, I'm fixing to get fired.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Man, I'll tell you what. If there's any moment to it, you know what? Just be faithful to your wife, no matter how bad it's going. Leave.
I know.
Divorce and then do something. Now,
dude.
Oh, what a jackass. I couldn't imagine, dude. I wouldn't sleep for months if I pissed away that money just for
that's
a
it.
session. What was it like? I think I did the math. 12 million a minute.
Yeah, something like that, dude.
Yeah, should have finished faster, dude.
Oh, it's horrible.
What a jackass. Yeah, yeah. Good riddance. The whole situation's weird. It smells funny, but don't do it, and it doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Cray cray. But yeah, excuse me, I will rebuttal. I guess I was mistaken. I did read it somewhere. The president and the athletic director has no ties to Nasser, but
Yeah.
I'll correct that. I'll go on
Still.
record correcting that. But still, you mishandled this. You guys are assholes. Assholes.
You know,
And you should be fired for it.
You already know what happened in the past, so as soon as something like this comes up, there should be an investigation, not a we'll worry about it if it comes out type deal.
Yeah.
Because if it happened, when did it happen? Like almost a year ago?
Something like that. Almost, yeah.
And like he said, Mel Tucker said, MSU knew about the whole incident.
Right.
Okay. That there alone, there should have been an investigation.
Yeah.
You're starting it all over again, you know?
It'll have to be a third party.
Ugh.
I don't know how no one has learned from Penn State. I mean, it's been...
Which is the biggest.
When was
out of
Penn
all of
State? 2011? 2012?
Maybe 13-ish.
Somewhere around there. I
Maybe
remember
12,
that
maybe
coming
12,
across.
maybe 12.
I remember
yeah.
that coming across the ticker at the bottom.
Oh my god!
And I was like, man, what the hell's going on here? Boom! What a bomb! What a bombshell that was, and no one has still learned from it.
Dude.
Because of is it money? Is it money?
It was 2011, dude.
2011.
Yeah. Holy crap! Wow. Okay.
Man.
And it
Absolutely
went on
nuts.
for a while because I know it was like a year later. It was still in June 2012, Sandusky was found guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
I was like, I knew
there
it went into 2012.
There was a rumor. I don't know if this was ever proven, but Penn State was going to get the death penalty.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they didn't take their bowl ban,
man, that would have been horrible. You imagine that?
Penn State, done.
Who knows who don't know what the death penalty is? It's basically you don't get a bowl game ever again, right?
No bowl games, like minimal recruits.
You don't get nothing.
Or scholarships.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's bad.
And that's forever.
SMU.
It's not like, X amount of days. It's you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nasty, but I heard there was a rumor for the death penalty on that one, and they took their punishment, and they're still trying to come back. They were they were a powerhouse for a while. They're probably back now, but man, was that brutal to watch.
It was.
Just the years after, like people supporting the team, and it was like, oh man, that was a.
Wow.
I remember them taking down Joe Pa's statue.
Yeah.
Painting off Sandusky. That guy can burn.
Wow.
So, So, we had a pretty big death. Jimmy Buffett. Well, while we've been gone, he passed away.
Yeah.
That was a huge bummer. I had no idea he was going through the health issues he was going through.
No, he's young too. I mean, he was
72?
75? 70, okay.
72, 73?
Somewhere in the 70s.
He deserves it. I'll look that up. But
I got it.
Man,
right
he
here.
was. Oh, you did?
He was, yeah.
I think 73.
Oh my gosh, I don't have it right here. Why is it not coming up?
What's going on here?
It's not working for you? This is interesting.
Yeah, because he 76.
Okay.
76. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
But I right away that morning on the way to work, like, all right, I'm just gonna listen to Come Monday, and dude, there was a cool story I didn't know when he was dirt poor, crazy poor, and he wrote Come Monday, and man, if anyone doesn't know this song, they need to look it up. And he was on Letterman talking about it. And he goes, this song stopped me from killing myself. I was dirt poor. I lost my dog to the pound. And this song was released. And it hit. I was able to get my dog back. And the rest is history. And man, he sat on a couch and they turned the lights on him, and he sang it right there, right on the couch. And man, I always like as bands, I look for bands where they have their perfect performance, of a song. Fleetwood Mac, Silver Springs, live performance, perfect. Avenged Sevenfold, Unholy Confessions, live in the LBC, perfect. And just like all these recorded songs, like that's the song, that is the way the song was meant to be heard. Man, he plays that on that couch, and it was one of those things like I like zoned in, and I just, wow, what a performance on a couch on a talk show. Man, it was so cool. It was, I've never heard it before.
That is sweet. I never heard that story before.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
He was talking about it, and it was like, dude, he looks like any dad you ever saw in the 80s, sitting on a couch, and man, it gave me like one of those moments, like those chills, like, and I really thought, I was like, man, he's not here anymore. That's a big bummer. That's a big bummer. And because that's my childhood growing up. My dad, my brother,
everybody
Jimmy
listened
Buffett.
to Jimmy Buffett, man.
Dude, it's party music.
Yeah, it's always drinking songs.
Yep, drinking songs, chilling out, songs like "Come Monday" that'll be, make you think, and roll one up and listen to it and just have a good time.
Yeah, dude.
So I'll just do a cheers to Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, cheers. Man. Thanks for the memories.
Yeah, many memories. So
it's cool.
Yeah. So have you checked out the Aquaman trailer?
I have.
What you think?
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too bad. Even though I know that the director said that they had to do it 3 times, I think.
I know. Yes.
Because he did not like how everything was going, and
well, I guess people started walking out.
Yeah, they had the what are they called? What was those group? Focus groups come in and watch it, and they hated it. Everybody hated it. So he dropped everything. They redid it all. Had them come in again. Same thing. Hated it. Dropped it all. Redid it again. It's like, holy crap, man. But they did it. I mean, he's taking a gamble, right? Because we don't know what James Gunn has in store. He might just say, yeah, anyways, we're not going to continue with you.
Yeah, it's the final Snyderverse movie.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. The first Aquaman was visually, if anything, even if you think that movie sucks, the one thing you can't take away from it is visually stunning.
It's the best selling out of all the DC movies.
Yeah, it was stunning just to watch. Like, holy cow. Yeah. I can't help but to think humans are so close. We're so related to moths. Yeah. Because, like, Avatar 1 and 2, they're good movies. Do they deserve to be like $2 billion movies? No, but the visuals are amazing.
Yeah, it's the colors, man.
Yes, you're just sitting there like, whoa.
Like, you're like, I can agree what you were saying now with like the moth thing. You're like, you're just focused in on the colors. You're like, whoa, dude, let's go check this out, man.
Right. Yeah, and that first Aquaman, I mean, like I said, you say anything you want from that movie, you cannot sit there and go, yeah, it was a sharp looking movie.
I don't know if you followed Aquaman as a kid, but I did for a little bit. I know of the characters and whatnot, but when he came out of the water on Storm, his seahorse,
yes, that was dope.
Like, yeah,
they somehow made it look cool. They made it look cool.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Black Manta looks sweet.
Dude, he looked amazing in the first one.
He did.
Amazing in the first one.
Just
like,
that pissed offness now. It's like, holy crap,
man. And just to have him.
I am.
Yeah, to have that suit comic book accurate is amazing. Yeah. Like, you look at that in the comics, like, they're not going to bring that big ass helmet in here, blah, 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 blah.
We going to.
Yeah. Oh, we do it. We do it. We did it. And it looks amazing. I was like, whoa.
That's cool. I'm excited for it. And then, of course, it's right by my son's birthday. So he's like, we can go see that for my birthday. I'm like, okay, we'll go do that.
Well, if you want.
Yeah, God damn it. Twist my arm.
Yeah.
No, it looks cool. I'm excited. Hopefully I just wanted to do well, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want another Flash. I don't.
Oh.
And that's another thing that they did all right with the graphics in the first one. So hopefully they.
It doesn't look like they cut
So
anything.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I told you about
this...
the CGI incident what they had with the hairline stuff in under the water, right?
Yeah.
They were wearing crowns and stuff that covers the hairline because they could not edit that 2 inches of hairline in the CGI shit.
I want to see. Yeah, ridiculous. I want to. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. I hope it's a send off that we were expecting for the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the Snyderverse, but I'm kind of doubting that that's what it's gonna be. But we'll see.
Yeah,
we will see.
All you can say.
One more trailer I want to drop on you that we didn't. We haven't talked about it. It's been so long since our last episode. Godzilla -1.
Yeah. It looks very intense.
Yeah. It looks cool.
Godzilla is way different than we've seen. It looks, I don't know, dude.
The spikes on the back are dorsal fins are way exaggerated.
He's a real long tail too this time.
Yeah. Well, he had that. More. Did you ever see Shin Godzilla?
Yes.
He had a real long tail in that one.
I figured it was a lot longer than that.
No. Shin Godzilla had a huge tail.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of it differently, but I know
this is what he does too.
I noticed with his big tail, but it looks interesting. I'm excited for it.
I like how they brought it back to, the nuclear war.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the first Godzilla was super dark.
Yeah.
Because it resembled the bombs being dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and that's why this title is called -1, because they said when that happened, when that nuke was dropped, those nukes were dropped, it brought Japan down to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Godzilla shows up -1.
Wow.
And I was like,
cool.
oh, okay,
That's cool.
all right. Let's see where we go.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, the Japanese, what I've noticed between America and the Japanese movies, they like destruction, man. Oh my
yeah, for sure.
God. Even in that trailer, I was like, dude, wow.
No wonder they keep rebuilding. You know, they'll never have a city, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see.
Wow.
I think it'll be cool. He looks a lot more traditional.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, the dorsal fins on the back are big.
They're big. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I just can't believe here I am at 37, another Godzilla movie coming out.
We're gonna be here at 67 talking about the same damn thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see that movie after I get my dentures.
Yeah. That's
crazy. Cool, oh man, so I think that's all we got for tonight, man.
Yeah, that's about it right now.
And I think the way we want to aim this, do you want to share some plans into hopping in October?
Okay, so next episode will be dropping in October. We're going to shoot for all horror episodes in October.
Ooh.
So that's all I'm going to say. Just going to say, it's a scary month, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
Dude, I love this time of year. I used to love Halloween when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you and I dressed up a lot together.
Oh yeah.
We'll share some stories on one of the last Halloweens we spent together. Oh my God.
Yeah.
that was wild. We'll tease with someone getting hit on the head with a lamp. You remember that? Were you there for that?
Yeah. Dude, I was there for everything.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we're going to... there's a Friday the 13th in October. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. So we get to roll on all this. Get real dirty in this.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we'll do a whole horror movie month.
Yeah.
Of the What's Up Man podcast.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah. And, if you guys want to drop some comments on, what you want to hear about, movie review, anything, we'll give it a shot. Be a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Throw stuff out if you want to hear, bullshit. We'll bullshit, man.
Yeah, yeah.
We're always down for this.
Yeah, always. Always. I'm so excited. Well, all right. Well, I guess we should wrap this one up. This one was fun, a little shorter, but it's all good.
All good, man.
Filled with nostalgia and upcoming events and a Tugger.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Dude,
Mel
the jokes
Tucker.
write themselves,
Yeah,
man.
Mel Tucker, right?
Mel Tucker.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right.
All
guys.
right. Well, we'll wrap this one up. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, obviously. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll catch you here in October and talk about some horror movie stuff.
Till next time, my friends.
See you later.